I will keep us stocked up on steak. Freezer will always be filled with meat. Go on some kind of holiday about every 6 weeks. You'll travel with me for business. We'll keep a nice home in the north and in the south. You will accompany me to the events that I go to. I'll give it to you good and often. What will you bring to the table? And don't tell me you are the table.
Mieszanie kawy pałeczkami metodą wirową. Jedyny prawdziwy sposób na optymalizację smaku Twojej kawy. Na poziomie molekularnym. Dzień dobry. Witamy w programie o poranku. Jestem sułtanem. Zaczniemy. Ale najpierw. Kawa.
Nice. A friend of mine tells a story about a dumb frog that fell into a big barrel full of cream. He was close to drowning, and all the other frogs circled the top of the barrel and laughed at him. But this frog was so dumb, he thought they were cheering him on, so he paddled faster and faster and faster until he churned the cream into butter, and then he was able to hop back out of the barrel.
Perfect.
It's possible to be too smart, to know so much that you know all the reasons why it won't, can't, and shouldn't work. While you are sitting around stymied by all those problems, some dumb frog down the road is doing it. Pretty interesting. If you wait till everything is perfect, everything is just in line, everything is in order, you got everything down. If you wait till everything is perfect before you start, guess what? You will never start.
Perfect.
So what are you trying to do? Just do it. Just start. Today, this weekend, start. If you need a consultation with me, just let me know. A single coaching session will help you get off the ground. For every divorced dad out there who experienced parental alienation, know that you are not alone. There's a lot of guys that went through it too. And they survived and they thrived. Me being one of them. I know for a lot of guys it seems hopeless. But your job now is to build you up. Do all you can do, but never give up on yourself. Ever. You know, all those New World Order, one world government, one world currency, and conspiracy theorists like me that you laughed at, that you thought was a little bit edgy, that might have been a little crazy. I kind of hope you didn't burn any bridges or make fun of them too bad, because you're going to be looking to them for answers in the next 14 months. Remember, I've never been wrong when it comes to this stuff. For the religious people out there, for the Christian people, I want you to think outside the Reformation. Ooh, I know that's hard for some of you. It was hard for me at one time. Christianity existed for 1,500 years before the Reformation. Christianity did not start in 1517. I would encourage every believer to study Christian history, how people lived and worshipped prior to 1500. Your faith didn't start in 1517, although many of you act like it did. And I don't say that in a condemning kind of way. I say that with love, as a brother. I've always been drawn to films with older couples as characters. So start with these films that I'm going to mention. They are probably the best examples, and let me know if you've seen any of them. The directors and the classically trained actors are absolutely superb. Here's my list. The Leisure Seeker, Le Weekend, 45 Years, Amor, The Wife, Still Mine, and I'll See You in My Dreams. Any of those movies, any of those, will be an absolute joy for you. You will love them. Again, a little reminder that you can walk off frustration, but you have to lift in order to diffuse anger. Remember, this is shred timber. which means you're going to lose as much body fat as possible. Guess what's coming after Shred-tember? Pectober. I come up with these words. Anyways, the November is going to be a really difficult one to name. But Pectober, how gay is that? I know one of the issues that I have is like this layer of body fat. And as you get older, as men get older, you end up just succumbing to gravity. Everything just gets lower. Everything. And I'm speaking about your chest. Your chest ends up in your drawers, so to speak. And I know for myself, who had a layer of fat on me, literally, it's not so much how much you can grab here, because right now I can hardly grab anything here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. But I still have like a layer of fat just kind of like across the slab. I call this the slab. Across the slab. So I just need to continue dropping the body fat, not losing weight. I'm not interested in losing weight. Hey, I need to lose weight. Oh, you need to lose weight. I'm talking about just like reducing the layer of fat on you. It might not amount to a lot of pounds, but it will radically change your look. It means I want to build up my chest in October that I'm calling Pectober. But we are shredding in September 1st. So be ready for Pectober. Again, there are several people making clips, shorts, reels from 15 to 60 seconds of my videos. And there are thousands. There's thousands of these videos. They will be making money with shorts. And I'm encouraging you to steal my videos. Go for it. Just steal them. Make clips. Monetize it. Monetize it. Make money. Go for it, man. Do it. You can actually make money and not have to create 1 second of content. Just use mine. The only thing that I ask is that you mention my name and hashtag it and post a link to my channel. That's all you have to do. You can actually make money repurposing my videos. Post them here on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Like I said, you don't even need your own videos. So how can you do it without getting copyright strikes? Speed it up 10 to 12%. Change the color. Do it in black and white. Do close-ups. Add text. Be creative. You got this. Make your first one this weekend. You'll be fine. Get a video capture piece of software or screen recording. Put the work in. Get a system down where you grab the video, edit it 15 to 60 seconds, no more, and post it across all the platforms. My personal source of fuel is basically the miles that I racked up over the years in my life. The happiness, the sadness, the rage, the anger, the wins, the losses, the celebrations. All of those things in a big giant pot of stew have made me who I am. I make the best material when I'm angry. When you're an influencer, when you're a content creator, your life is the content. And it helps me build my business 100%. My part-time job is 100% fueled and marketed by my YouTube channel, my coaching business. Well, the part-time job is cutting hair. The coaching business, 100% fueled and marketed by my YouTube channel and my social media. I make the best material when I am pissed, when I'm angry. In the past, when someone says, you have an anger problem, my reply is, thank you for the compliment. Rage and anger can fuel you if you use it properly. If you internalize it, it can kill you. Rage is great fuel. I make the most money when I'm angry, when I'm hurt, I'm pissed, when I feel betrayed. That's my best material. But the catch is this, you have to release it daily or it wreaks havoc inside your body. Transform that rage and that anger into muscle, money, goal attainment, doing laundry, yard work, cleaning, getting stuff done around the house. I check off everything on my to-do list when I am pissed. Are you a little bit angry? Do 10 push-ups right now. Because remember, in Pectober, you're going to do 100 a day. Doesn't sound like a lot. I know, like you guys that have been in prison, you're doing 500, 600, maybe 1,000 push-ups a day. You might be in a prison of a marriage or a relationship. And all I'm asking you is to do 100 a day. You can do this. Here's a pop quiz for you. I know women who said if they were a guy that they would be MGTOW. Why would they say that? There's the quiz. Why would a woman say that she would be MGTOW if she was a guy? Here's an interesting statistic. White guys view black women differently than black guys. And these statistics don't lie. Interracial divorce rates. This is pretty interesting. A black man and a white woman are 200% more likely to be divorced. An Asian man and a white woman are 59% more likely to be divorced. An Asian woman and a white man are 4% more likely to be divorced. But this is the crown of the study. A white man and a black woman are 44% less likely to get divorced. Pretty interesting, isn't it? My sister. Which leads me to say this. Stop looking for the perfect person. For someone who's perfect for you. How many times have we chosen people based upon what we think other people will say? Other people's reactions to that person. The only thing that matters, gentlemen, is what you think about her. That's it. You think she's beautiful, sexy, and smart? Good for you, man. Good for you. That's all that matters. What anyone else thinks does not matter. I'm going to have Debra on the show tonight. Debra is the actress, model, producer, director, writer. You've seen her on this channel many, many times. And we are going to be talking about her latest film and one interesting little factoid that's going to blow your mind about this film. So you'll want to look at this. Her latest film is called Sapiosexual, and it's for free on Tubi, T-U-B-I. You just create a Tubi account. Put the link for the movie down below, and you can watch that movie. Just a quick note, it is rated for mature audiences only. So you've been notified, and use discretion. Do not be watching it when there's children around. She is a strong advocate for men and writes about some of the issues that men face. She was all over the quote-unquote Me Too movement, and this movie addresses the psycho biatches that we've all encountered. I'll put a link for Sapiosexual. It's a dramatic film for mature audiences only. Read between the lines, my brother. And if you're going to be judgmental about me having her on this channel is not for you. I'm just letting you know right away. Debra is a personal friend of mine. I'm pretty protective of my friends. And I energetically block and delete people who put down my guests. I'm very protective of my guests and of my friends. If you're a friend of mine, you know how faithful and loyal I am. I've known her for many years. I'm very protective of her. And one of the things that I've received back from her is a fierce, unconditional loyalty and love. A woman's true potential and blossoming are only revealed in her submission to a husband. This is why women never become self-actualized. They never become fully functioning female adults. Being subject to the love of a husband brings the best out of a woman. A woman will spend a lot of money and a lot of time trying to make herself beautiful when all she needs to do is to be loved by a husband. A woman becomes more beautiful in your love and care. But most of them have other plans. Let's talk about the women that you took back, the girlfriends that you took back in your life. When she was with him at one point, it slipped out and she put it back in. Number 2, she told him to, that pussy. 3, everything she ever did with you, she did with him, with another guy, and more. 4, he made her eyes roll back in her head, bite that pillow, just like that picture. Do you still want her back? She got a lot of splaining to do. One of the reasons why men have been so disillusioned and cynical is that they once loved a woman unconditionally to the point where they would die for her. Not a lot of women would die for a man, but I know a lot of men who would die for a woman. Christian men, loving a woman, loving your wife like Christ loved the church, and then she packs her shit and goes. No wonder you feel betrayed, sir. I don't blame you one bit. Imagine loving someone unconditionally. Imagine thinking, I would die for that person, and then they leave. For the ladies and the happily married people that are watching this, now you know why men can be cynical. When your interest level is high, you always put up with more, a lot more. Remember that. So what is the answer to that? Show a little bit less interest. Some of you asked about the video clips that I put throughout the videos over the years. And some of them have become almost iconic. Everything from the cat whacking the woman in the head to the guys from Goodfellas laughing to Putin laughing to Cricket's girl to HML. HML is the pretty gal. Some of you know her. Her name is Anna. And who's just like smiling and tilting her head. The song that I paired with that is actually called HML, called Hello, My Love. So she is the HML girl. And then there's the Eat a Peach guy that used to be on some of my older videos. That was me with a much longer beard, eating a peach.
Great ass!
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Because you're a whore.
At the molecular level.
You prove to a woman that you want to be with her. You choose her. You want to make it permanent. You want to bring her into your life and make it permanent. It becomes a thing. You become a couple. You plan for the future. You start thinking of ways to accommodate her vacations, the layout of the house, family visits, investing, traveling. Yes, I've said this before, and it needs to be said again. And then she decides that she wants out. She did zero work. She is programmed to receive. You are wired and programmed to give and provide and protect. And you do it happily. You go to work every day happily. One male client after another tells me this story. Almost every man I know has experienced this. No wonder men want nothing to do with women or to have a new woman. When the current one gets unhappy, and they all get unhappy, it is a chore to keep the average modern woman happy. It's a chore. When you know that they change their minds like the wind. It's one of the reasons why I'm bringing on some positive, happy women here. If I call out women, I'm a misogynist. This is why men like women who call out other women. When I look at the resistance that like Karen Seats is getting on her channel, who I love Karen Seats from Happy Wife School. If you haven't checked her out, her YouTube channel is really, really good. Also, too, on the Iron Disciples last night, Jenny Hayworth, you know Jenny Hayworth that I introduced to you probably, a month or two ago? Jenny Hayworth did a 3-hour podcast with the Iron Disciples last night. It was so compelling. It was maybe one of the best videos that I watched this week. Really, really, really good. I will put a link for it down below. The Iron Disciples with special guest Jenny Hayworth. And she was in rare form. Funny, inspirational. I love that meme with Rod Serling from Twilight Zone. It says, imagine, if you will, a virus so smart it attacks every 4 years during presidential elections. Oh, how true is that? What are your goals? Lose weight? Make more money? Find a wife and a good thing? Get out of a relationship? Do you want to get out of a relationship? Did you know that some of my coaching is helping men get out of relationships? Takes time. Doesn't have to be a crisis breakup. It can be planned. Nothing is going to be random in the next 14 months. Absolutely nothing. Nothing that you see in the news, nothing that you see on the web, absolutely nothing is going to be random. Everything will be planned. From various medical issues sweeping the world and some of their proposed solutions, to wars, to financial things, nothing will be random, my brother. Bro, brah, bruh. Sex and the City writer Candace Bushnell, 60 years old, admits she regrets choosing a career over having children as she is now truly alone. This is exactly why older women need to teach younger women. By the time it strikes you, it's too late. Even the smartest women don't realize how much their value decreases every time a new guy plows them. Modern women are absolutely self-destructive. It's amazing. Choosing career over family and marriage without a permanent man in their lives, otherwise known as a husband. Job, ladies. Good job. Women, stop fucking up relationships with good men. Stop it. Stop your avoidant nonsense. All of your running. The grass is not greener on the other side. It never is. It might be more fun for a moment, but it's never greener. Keep building up your body count. Sucking new having a new man enter you. Kissing new faces. What you need is to find yourself a good man who will make you a wife and a mother. You hang on to him. Marriage is so much easier when you have a good man. It's easier to build, to love, to be loved, to serve the Lord when you have a good man. So stop stepping on good men. Women blow up relationships all the time. They are destroyers. They are not builders. That is why I say look for a builder, not a destroyer. Build what, you say? Build something that's going to outlive both of you. No woman ever gave me a piece of jewelry, proposed that we spend our lives together, asked me what kind of car I want to drive, said she wants to give me a family or carry my name and legacy, offered to provide a house for me with a pool or near the beach, offered vacations to sunny spots, museums, and symphonies, told me that I don't have to work outside the home if I don't want to, offered to build me a home gym, took me on business trips with her, or when she was speaking at various conferences. It never happened, ever. Me? Men? We do it all the time. We are wired like that. We are wired to give, not to receive. A man's joy comes from giving, from providing, from protecting. When that is messed with, men tap out. They become monks. They go MGTOW, or they just become boys. And I've been all three. Interesting. Martine DeLuna, who I had on the channel, you'll be seeing her video soon. She instructs women to look at men as providers, how they want to happily provide and protect, not just exploit you. We want to provide. We want to protect. It's not even something we think about. It's our instinct. We want to.
A man will lay down his life for any woman or child instinctually. So we have to remember this like biological trigger. This is why men are built for war, for instance, because it is easier to activate the male instinct in a man in stressful situations than it will be for a woman, right? So when we can understand that, we can understand like what a man would actually do for a woman he chooses to love. One of the fundamental lessons we have in human biology of relationships is males don't need a relationship, but females do. Right? The only time a male will choose to commit in relationship is if that woman makes him feel a certain way. And this is biochemistry, like in the brain. I like to describe it as when he is able to create a new place in his brain for a woman that is not his mother, that is not his sister, because when a man places his mother and sister in his part of the brain, it activates care. It activates provision. But when he creates a new place in his brain, a new neural pathway for a woman he loves, there is the aspect of sex already, sexual love, sexual dynamic. And that is why a man will choose a woman. It is sexual access, and women hate it. They hate it when I say that, because I can provide for myself. Like I can buy a vibrator. I can, be sexual on my own. Yeah, you can, but you will not have a relationship with your vibrator. You won't have a fulfilling human interaction with anything other than another sexual partner, right? So when women these days come with all of the things that they can do, and men come with all of the things that they can do, they are not looking for the functions. They are looking for that activation in the brain, wherein I cannot imagine not having this woman as my companion, as my sexual partner for the rest of my life.
Women push good men away with their emasculating behavior and how they change their minds like the wind, like a ship on the ocean without a rudder. Lady, no wonder you are childless and unmarried and have a line of heartbroken men in your past. A man will be your anchor. Until then, you will just go wherever the wind blows. A dude flipping burgers can't keep a modern woman. The top 50 richest men in the world can't keep a modern woman. What makes you think that you can? Steve Harvey, where money is no issue at all. Popular, rich, influential. His wife still cheated twice with a personal trainer and the personal chef. You want to check out Rollo Tomasi's podcast about Steve Harvey. It really is eye-opening. On TRT, muscles grow, but your balls shrink. Guys on TRT are doing it for a visual. Let's get real. Come on, we're doing it. We're not doing it for our health. We're doing it for the visual effect. And validation, guess what? From other men. Sun's out, guns out. But it doesn't help your sexual prowess at all. So what do? You wear boxer shorts and sit on an ice pack for 10 to 15 minutes a day. But wait, you would sacrifice your balls just to hear another guy say, man, look at those guns. You're delusional, dude. And for the few ladies that are watching this, the grass is not greener on the other side. It's a nice distraction from what you really need to work on in your relationship, but it's not greener. And for the ladies out there who think they are the table, the joke is, a man says, what do you bring to the table? And a woman says, I am the table. You know what the table is? The relationship. You both create a table. A good relationship is the responsibility and the result of what two people do, not just what one person provides.
Great ass!
Perfect.
Men provide well, women receive well, and in exchange, we get back children. We get back a peaceful home because men want a peaceful home. We settle where we have peace. And ladies, you're doing all the wrong stuff. Hence my series coming up on how to care for your man from a man. And with that, finish your coffee and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.